Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Now today I'll be sharing my experience shooting my first ever Indian wedding. Yeah, Indian wedding. All right, guys. So, first of all, it was a beautiful experience because the idea was to bring India to Ghana. And I mean, if you look at the results we had, you can clearly see that we're able to achieve that. Now, proud to the event, we had a pre-production meeting with a client and then we sat down. Now, her whole dream was to be able to have the Indian culture and everything that they do in India right in Ghana. And so, I mean, they were able to bring wedding planners and as well as I think a makeup artist from India to Ghana to be able to achieve that result. And it was a beautiful experience. It was a 4-day event. So we actually started shooting right from Tuesday to Wednesday to Thursday. And then the grand event was on Friday. And it was full of rituals, prayer, a lot of activities that has to do with, their culture, and experiencing that alone was very beautiful and very unique. It wasn't like the normal thing we see here in Ghana. It was completely different. This is a highlight except of the event. Guys, watch and I'll be right back.
मुंडा थोड़ा ऑफ बीट है पर कुड़ियां दे नाल बहुत स्वीट है मुंडा थोड़ा ऑफ बीट है पर कुड़ियां दे नाल बहुत स्वीट है ढोंगी सा ये बड़ा ढीठ है वायरल हो गया ये ट्वीट
पर फूल वूल करने में कूल तू बड़ी तेज कटारी है शगन तेरी की लगन तेरी की हमने कर दी तैयारी है
नचते ने सारे रल मिल के आज हिले डुल के ले सारे के सारे नजारे नचते ने सारे रल मिल के आज हिले डुल के ले सारे के सारे नजारे खसमानों का नहीं लालू बड़े करारे चढ़ चढ़ के चौबारे करम नाल स्वीटू आजा मारे आलू बड़े करारे करम नाल लालू बड़े करारे चढ़ चढ़ के चौबारे
आज सजया है वे सारा शहर आज हो गई आवे रब दी महर हाय सजया है वे सारा शहर आज हो गई आवे रब दी महर अखियां चो डिगदे हंजू खुशियां दे तेरी बन जाना अज तू सजना वे अखियां चो डिगदे हंजू खुशियां दे तेरी बन जाना
ਅੱਜ ਤੋਂ ਸਜਣਾ ਵੇ ਖੁਸ਼ੀਆਂ ਦਾ ਚੜਿਆ ਅੱਜ ਵੇਲਾ ਵੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਨੱਚਣਾ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਗਾਉਣਾ ਵੇ ਖੁਸ਼ੀਆਂ ਦਾ ਚੜਿਆ ਅੱਜ ਵੇਲਾ ਵੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਨੱਚਣਾ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਗਾਉਣਾ ਵੇ सखियां ने सजना है मैं भी सवरना है अज दिन चढ़िया तेरे नाम दा वे सखियां ने सजना है मैं भी सवरना है अज दिन चढ़िया तेरे नाम दा वे दिल नहीं लगता है वे आके तू ले जावे मैं तेरे इंतजार च तकदियां राह अखियां चो डिगदे हंजू खुशियां दे तेरी बन जाना.
Well, guys, it felt like being in India and then, coming back to Ghana. It was a beautiful experience. And from the excerpts, you can see that the event was, full of activities, full of, their tradition, their rituals, their culture. It was rich with that. And I'd like to talk a little bit about our approach towards the event. Bear in mind what the client's expectations were and how we were able to, approach the entire project or the entire event. Now we went with a photojournalistic approach, more of like a storytelling approach, where we're able to capture activities that were happening with them, and then also with regards to not only just the activities, but then what I noticed was that because we were not so conversant with proceedings in terms of how the program is going to happen, how activities are going to happen. We were very attentive throughout the entire ceremony and the events, because we didn't want to miss any moment, and we couldn't really predict or know that this is was like comparing that to like a Ghanaian event. We know that once the family comes in, there'll be exchange of gifts or presents, and then also after that the bride will come in, after that the groom will come in. We know that next they'll wear the ring and all those things. But then with this one, we really didn't have a fair idea about activities, so it means that the entire time you will have to be alert and also ready to make sure that you don't miss any moment. So I realized that throughout the event I was very attentive, and I paid extreme attention to details, and that helped us achieving the results that we were going for. I'll be sharing a few images with you guys, diving deep into post-production, how I realized that lots of people were excited about the grading of the pictures, how the pictures came out, because the idea was that as I told you earlier on, the idea was that the pictures look like it was shot in India. So we had to make sure that we graded the images in a way that that looks like India. And then also one thing that the clients did draw attention to was the fact that her skin complexion, or the complexion of the Indians, they are a bit light skinned, very light. So there was a need for us to make sure that the grade will be able to tan their skin and make it look very natural and more realistic, as other than being just light. So yeah, so now let's go into my Lightroom and then look at what happened and how we're able to achieve the results that we did. So you can see from the image that I used the Stella Pro, the CLX 10 for the image. That light is so powerful that even outdoor you can actually feel the effect on the subject. So yeah, that was just a little fill light introduced, but then mainly you can see the light being used here. This is where you're able to see how powerful the light is. So we're able to maintain, the idea was to maintain the ambience and then be able to light the subject without having to get the light into the frame and all those things. And then some things I noticed also was with their culture has to do with a lot of dancing and singing, and they had this lady, I don't know, it was gymnastics, all sorts of moves, and it was really beautiful to capture, and this image really speaks a lot. Let me go through like the entire gallery, the entire online gallery. You can see right here that it's all about their culture, artifacts, and family moments. All these things we're able to capture all these things, paying attention to details, and it was very interesting. We were on our toes all the 4 days, paying a lot of attention. This is an interesting shot too as well of the henna. I think I know that the Muslims do that. And yeah, so these were images from the event. A lot of family portraits. I noticed that the entire family, they were together. You notice that the groom's sisters, come and take pictures with the bride sisters. They make sure they got all those images too as well. And it was a very beautiful experience. So this was day 2 and we have day 3, and it was pretty much a very beautiful experience. And so I'm just scrolling through the pictures so that you guys see the images and how we're able to capture them. So the main lenses that we used for this event, we actually used quite a number of lenses. We used the 16mm, we were able to use the 35mm, all RF lenses. We're able to use the 50, and then also we're able to use the 1352 as well. So we had all these things, and the decor was by Jan. There was a very beautiful decor, as you guys can see here. Yes, so these were moments that we were able to capture. I already said that we went for a photojournalistic approach, and it was quite interesting as to how we were able to capture all these storytelling images with very beautiful perspective. I will be talking a lot about perspective and then approach to weddings in later videos, that I'll go deep into how to be able to get unique perspectives that will influence your storytelling abilities and skill. So yeah, these were the images we got. And then I did say that I will share the preset with you guys in a link in the description. Just one of the preset, the outdoor one, I'm sure. And my work for other light skin couples that you guys have. And so it will be beautiful. I need you guys to try it out, and then you can give me feedback on how the presets did for you. So yeah, these were the images that we got from the event. Just a few of them, just so that you guys can see what happened and how you see the food I was talking about. Like also, like it was really interesting. Yeah. So that is that. Now I did mention on Instagram that people should ask me questions on about the Indian wedding, and so one of the questions was like the grade, was about the grade. So I think that one I've already spoken about it. Another was the approach, since it was a new space. How were we able to what was the approach towards it? And I also said that we had a pre-production meeting. We were able to get into the mind of the client, to know exactly what they are envisioning, what they want, and then through that we're able to achieve the results and bring India to Ghana for them. And then also I made mention of they telling us that they really want the story told in terms of the activities and how it's going to be how it was unfolding. And then also she made mention of the complexion that made us change our grade a little bit to suit their complexion and to be able to tan their skin and all those things and make it look very natural and still beautiful for them. So yeah, that was it. Yes, so all said and done, I think this was my experience with the Indian wedding, and in subsequent videos I'll do well to actually bring you an actual behind the scenes explaining processes, how we positioned our light, the lens that we were using, how I directed the bride and the groom and all those things. In subsequent videos or in behind the scenes, I'll be showing you guys that. Because of the activities, I wasn't able to get all those things available. But then I promise that in subsequent videos of, like, let's say me sharing my experience with a particular wedding, I'll bring you guys behind the scenes of everything that happened, how I was able to pose them, how I was able to direct, how I was able to shoot, the kind of gears I was using, the lights, position, all these technicalities that I know the photographers out there want to see. Yeah, so I'll be doing that in subsequent videos too as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I see that the views are going up, but then you guys are not subscribing. So guys, please subscribe to the channel. It will go a long way to help the channel and help me be able to share more of my experience with you. I can't wait to see you in the next video. Stay tuned, guys.